What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Car Collective, the channel where we break down the future of the automotive world before it even hits the showroom floor. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because today we've got something that has completely taken over my notifications for the last 24 hours. We are talking about the car you're looking at right now, a flagship sedan being called the 2027 Audi A9. Now, before we dive in, let's set the scene, because context matters here. Audi has spent the last few years reshuffling its entire lineup. The A8 has been Audi's flagship sedan for decades, the car that's supposed to go toe-to-toe with the Mercedes S-Class and the BMW 7 Series. But let's be honest, in recent years, it's felt like it's been playing catch-up rather than leading the pack. At the same time, Audi has been pouring resources into its next-generation electric platform and into a full-size flagship SUV. So the idea that Audi is working on something even bigger, even bolder, and even more futuristic than the A8, sitting right at the top of the range as an A9, makes a lot of sense from a strategic standpoint. Whether this exact name and this exact design ends up on a dealership floor in 2027 is still up in the air. But what we're looking at gives us a genuinely exciting window into where Audi's design language is headed. Let's start with the exterior, because this is where the car makes its first impression. And honestly, it makes a strong one. From the rear three-quarter view, the silhouette is long, low, and incredibly clean. You've got that fastback-style roofline flowing straight into the trunk, which immediately tells you this isn't just another boxy three-box sedan. It's something more dramatic, something that's chasing that coupe-like elegance we've seen from cars like the Porsche Taycan and the Mercedes EQS. The rear end is dominated by a full-width illuminated light bar, stretching from one taillight to the other, with the Audi rings lit up right in the center. That's a design cue we've already seen creeping into Audi's newer models. But here, it's pushed even further, more dramatic, more jewelry-like, almost theatrical when it's lit up at night. Down below, there's an aggressive rear diffuser with sharp vertical fins and the exposed dual outlet setup that almost looks like it belongs on a performance model, which tells me if this car does exist, Audi isn't just building a boring luxury cruiser. They want some visual aggression baked in too. Move around to the front, and the story continues. The face is dominated by a massive illuminated grille panel, broken up into a hexagonal light pattern rather than a traditional mesh grille, which strongly suggests this is leaning electric, since you don't need that much open air intake when there's no giant combustion engine to cool. The headlights are these thin, razor-sharp light blades that wrap around the corners of the front fascia, giving the whole face a really futuristic, almost concept car energy. And check out the wheels on this thing, massive multi-spoke rims that fill out the arches perfectly, paired with a wide, planted stance that just screams flagship. This is a car that's clearly meant to be the technological and design halo for the entire brand. Now let's step inside, because this is honestly where I think this concept really sells itself. Look at this rear cabin. This is business class treatment on four wheels. You've got individual captain's chairs finished in this beautiful cream leather with contrast stitching, dual rear entertainment screens mounted to the front seatbacks, real wood trim running across the door panels and center console, and a floating armrest with its own built-in climate and infotainment controls. There's even a little leather-bound notebook sitting in the console, which is such a small detail, but it just reinforces this idea that the A9 is being positioned for people who work from the back seat just as much as they enjoy driving from the front. The panoramic glass roof floods the whole cabin in natural light, and the ambient lighting strip running along the door sills and dash gives it that warm, high-end hospitality feel Audi has been building toward for years. Up front, the dashboard is where things get really interesting from a tech standpoint. You've got this sweeping, almost bridge-like design that spans the entire width of the cabin, with a driver display, a massive central touchscreen, and what appears to be a secondary display or clock module, all integrated into one continuous curved housing. The steering wheel looks like a flattened, aviation-inspired design with integrated touch controls. And the gear selector and secondary controls sit in this sculpted center console with real metal detailing. Every surface, every seam, every stitch looks intentional. This is Audi trying to make a statement that their flagship interior can go head-to-head with anything Mercedes or BMW or even Bentley is putting out right now. So what would actually power a car like this? If Audi does bring something like the A9 to market around 2027, all signs point toward it riding on their next-generation premium electric platform. The same architecture underpinning cars like the A6 e-tron and future Q models. That would mean dual or even tri-motor quattro all-wheel drive setups, big usable range numbers well north of 300 miles, and ultra-fast charging that can take you from a quick coffee stop back to nearly full in well under 30 minutes. Given how aggressive this design looks, don't be surprised if there's a high-performance S or RS variant sitting at the top of the range too. Something that could challenge cars like the Taycan Turbo or the upcoming electric Mercedes AMG models in a straight line. Positioning-wise, this would sit above the A8, essentially becoming the new halo car for the brand. The one Audi rolls out at major auto shows to show the world what their design and technology future looks like. It would go head-to-head with the Mercedes EQS, the BMW i7, and eventually whatever Porsche and Bentley are cooking up on the electric luxury side. And honestly, based on what we're seeing here, Audi might actually have a real shot at stealing some attention in that segment. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Audi should actually bring a flagship sedan like this to market? Or do you think the future of the luxury segment is all about SUVs like the Q9 we've already seen confirmed? Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think of this design, because I've got some strong opinions on that rear end that I didn't even get into today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you never miss one of these deep dives. We've got more concept and rendering breakdowns coming your way very soon, so stick around for that. This has been The Car Collective. I'll see you in the next one.